Welcome back to Sportsline. The sport of cricket has been in the news for all the wrong reasons as players from Pakistan face accusations of match fixing. With such negative press on the athletes, how has the scandal affected the sport in Pakistan and here in Canada? Sportsline's Candice DeVay took this issue to task.
The balls are called front foot.
The sport of cricket has been brought to the foreground recently, but in a negative light due to what the International Cricket Council is calling the biggest fixing scandal ever, as several top Pakistan bowlers were caught fixing their own matches. Faraz Saleem is the president of the Brampton Cricket League and says that this news has definitely hurt the sport.
It's a difficult time for the game. That's the tough thing about all of this is England and Pakistan are playing in T20s and only 5,000 people showed up when they could actually have a 15,000 capacity crowd. So that's the tough part in all of this. The game is suffering just because 2 or 3 players decided to do something wrong. It's definitely not proven yet, but they probably went that route and it's affecting the game as a whole. So cricket, ICC, International Cricket Council is taking action, and so are the respective boards of the 2 countries, and let's see where it nets out.
Saleem says despite the fact that it has been a negative issue that's got people talking about the sport, they are still talking about it nonetheless.
People do talk about it. They keep a track of all the stuff that's happening. Sometimes we're at the game takes about 8 hours to finish, and guys are on their phone just checking the latest news and finding out what's happening all around. But I wouldn't say that we're personally affected as in the league itself, but players from Pakistan, players from certain countries are definitely keeping a close eye on all of this.
He also says this sport is on the rise, noting the expansion within the Brampton Cricket League alone.
It's growing. It's definitely growing fast. It's up and coming. I would give an example of our league, the Brampton Cricket League. We had 6 teams last year, and in just over a year we have 16 teams. We've pitched the city of Brampton to make new grounds, and we're also part of the Ontario Cricket Association that had maybe 5 or 6 leagues 2 or 3 years ago, and now they're up to 13 leagues. So the sport is definitely growing, and now the challenge is the management of the sport. If we can find a way to manage it better, then I think it will be the best managed and the fastest growing sport in Canada.
Candice, do they have like fantasy pools for cricket? Like you pick your favorite cricket players?
I don't know. I guess if it becomes bigger here, I'm sure that will definitely emerge. And maybe they do in between teams that are here. I'm not quite sure, but that'd be interesting to see.
The president seemed a little disappointed there, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't believe that picture you had, that shot in that report of yours.
Yeah.
Which was very
cash, yeah.
Oh, like cash. That's serious. And
I know. And for Pakistan too, it's cricket is so deep in their culture, so it was very important. People were just devastated in Pakistan, and it has happened before in the past, but as Faraz was saying here, it hasn't negatively impacted the sport as much. It's kind of got people talking about a sport that we don't really talk about that much here in Ontario or Canada, really, in general.
We don't have the room either. Canada's a big country, but you need a huge pitch there for a cricket match. You need a lot of space.
Yeah, and time.
Yeah, time. That's right. 8 hours, he said, right?
Well, yeah, there's some matches are called T20s, and they're 3 hours. But the matches that he's been playing, they're 8 hours, and of course sometimes they can go for days, but his are 8 hours, and that's a complete day. You were playing a game. I don't know, you're not active the whole 8 hours. That's a long time.
All right, I think we should suggest a shootout for cricket matches. Get them over early. All right, thanks a lot, Candice.
Thanks, Candice.
Okay, in our never-ending quest to bring you the most compelling